I gave half my inheritance to my stepsister after my dad left her nothing and my brother refused to share. My dad married my stepmom when I was 12 and my brother Jake was 14. She had a daughter named Mia, who was only 8 at the time. For 10 years, we were a real family. Mia called my dad Dad, and he treated her like his own daughter. She went to father-daughter dances with him, he taught her to drive, and walked her down the aisle at her high school graduation when she got an award. My stepmom always said how grateful she was that we all blended together so perfectly. 2 years ago, my stepmom died from cancer. It was devastating for all of us, but especially for Mia since she lost her only parent. Dad promised he'd always take care of her and that she'd always be his daughter no matter what. Last month, Dad died suddenly from a heart attack. We were all still grieving when the lawyer called us in to read the will. I figured everything would be split 3 ways between me, Jake, and Mia, like any normal family. But when the lawyer started reading, my stomach dropped. Dad left everything to me and Jake. The house, the life insurance money, the savings accounts, everything. Mia got absolutely nothing. Not even a family heirloom or a personal item. The lawyer kept reading like it was totally normal, but Mia just sat there with tears streaming down her face. She whispered, "I don't understand. Did I do something wrong?" It broke my heart. After the meeting, Jake was actually excited about the money. He started talking about paying off his mortgage and maybe buying a new truck. When I brought up giving Mia a share, he looked at me like I was crazy. "Dad made his choice," Jake said. "It's not our problem that he didn't include her. Besides, we're his real kids. She's not actually our sister." I couldn't believe he said that. Mia had been part of our family for 10 years. She called us her brothers, came to every family gathering, and we'd all spent holidays together since she was 8 years old. I told Jake we should each give her a third of what we got, which would basically split Dad's estate 3 ways like it should have been. Jake refused and said I was being stupid with money that Dad specifically wanted us to have. That's when I called him selfish. I told him he was choosing money over family, and that Mia deserved better than being abandoned by the only family she had left. Jake said I could do whatever I wanted with my half, but his money was staying with him, so I made my decision. I called Mia and told her I was giving her half of everything I inherited. At first she tried to refuse it, saying she didn't want to cause problems between me and Jake, but I insisted because it was the right thing to do. When I told her, she started crying and said she'd been feeling like Dad never really loved her and that maybe she was just fooling herself thinking she belonged in our family. I told her that Dad's will didn't change the fact that she's my sister and always would be. Jake found out and called me an idiot for giving away thousands of dollars to someone who wasn't even related to us. He said Dad obviously had his reasons for leaving her out, and I was disrespecting his wishes. I told Jake that the brother I grew up with would never abandon his sister for money, that whoever he'd become wasn't someone I wanted to be around anymore. It's been 3 weeks since I gave Mia her share. She's been able to put a down payment on a small apartment and doesn't have to worry about being homeless. Jake still won't talk to me and keeps telling people I'm crazy for giving away my inheritance, but I sleep fine at night knowing I did right by my sister.